Hello. So I want to try something again. Um, the Probably like a year or so ago, of course, this book came out forever ago. I did try to tackle The Artist's Way, and to be entirely honest with you, let's see where my bookmark is. I didn't even get to week one. Yeah, so this week and starting today, actually, I'm going to start to do the whole daily pages and stuff like that. Again, I haven't read this book in probably about like 6 to 8 months, and I actually want to tackle it this time. Of course, I said that a couple different times. I actually have my notebook here of, let's see, we made it quite a little bit through, but literally have a bunch of different pages, all the times I've tried to do this. I think I've tried to do it twice. I think I got to, the longest day I got to was about day 7 or 8, but I never actually made it into the whole week 1 section of the book because I wanted to try the daily pages first and then go into week 1 after day 7. This time we're going to just start with week 1. I'm of course going to read that beginning part there, but I want to do this bit as, sorry if I keep looking down, my cat is dying for attention right now. So we're going to try to kind of tackle this on, and the reason I'm making this video is because I want this to kind of serve as maybe a motivator for people that have also had this book sitting on the bookshelf for longer than they wish to admit and just haven't really dedicated to it, right? So this is going to be my way of keeping myself accountable. So every week I plan on just kind of doing a little bit of a recap of everything that happened during that week, any little writing projects I've been doing along the way, and obviously keeping up with those daily pages. Of course, we are going to take on, this is a standard, I think it's 8 by 511, like a standard letter notebook, which makes it a little bit harder to do those 3 pages every single day. But yeah, so it takes me about like 45 minutes to do that. So we're going to see if we can allot that 45-minute time in the morning, but it's going to be I'm going to try to be a lot more structured in the way I approach it this time around. And, I just, hopefully maybe some people want to come along for the ride. Again, I'm going to I am going to do weekly uploaded videos regarding this Artist's Way process. I think, I believe there's 15 weeks, 12 weeks. So it's going to be 3 months, which is going to be fun. Of course, there might be some here or there videos in between. And I know that some people have a bit of a love-hate for this whole process, as I've seen before. And you know what? I might have it along the way too. But the whole goal is to at least do the basics, the minimum, do all the little projects, the little writing tasks that they have in there, and just to finish it, right? That's kind of the whole goal here. Is even if at the base, if I don't get anything out of it, at least I got more of a set writing practice of daily, right? Because right now, I admit I do not write daily. If I do, it's like a quick little jot down in like a little tiny commonplace book like this, and that's about it. But yeah, so for the most part, I just do a little bit of writing in this every single day, and this is just it's literally just a commonplace book where I kind of write out little blurbs of whatever, little ideas that I come across throughout the day. And then recently I have a book. I hesitate to say this because putting it out there and just talking about it makes it feel a little bit more real. And, at some point, if you don't finish it, there is that level of, once you put it out there, you kind of feel like you have to complete it, right? Or at least get to a certain amount of pages. But recently, about last week, I picked it back up again. Granted, it's really hard to get back into a story that you don't really remember from about a year ago. But now I'm about loosely 6 chapters in. Of course, this is just a very quick, all the way through draft. I think I'm about 17,000 words. Nothing big, but I do feel like doing this Artist's Way process will help me with that, because at least it'll have that consistency level, right? Because after I finish writing these morning pages, maybe I'll be more inclined to sit down and write. So today I'm going to be reading the preface a little bit, or the basic tools chapter, and then tomorrow we're going to start officially with week 1. All right. Yeah, so that's what I want to do. So kind of expect those videos once a week, probably on this Wednesday or maybe even a Thursday, depending on when I had a chance to film it. But for the most part, we'll be doing every single week, those 3 minimum daily pages, gonna be rough. Even now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, why am I doing this? But I know it's gonna be good for me in the end, and then hopefully if anyone wants to follow along, they'll be inspired to do so as well. Yeah, so we're kind of get that accountability down, and yeah, hopefully you guys are gonna be on here for me along the ride. Yeah, I talk so fast, I feel like I'm out of breath. All right, well, see you guys next week.